Imagine standing in Ice Age Europe, breath turning to mist in the frozen air. Snow crunches beneath your feet. Firelight flickers against stone. Then you see them. A figure watching from the edge of the trees, human but not quite like you. Broader face. Thicker bones. Eyes that hold the same awareness. This isn't fantasy. For most of our history, we weren't alone. Homo sapiens shared this planet with other humans. Neanderthals in Europe, Denisovans across Asia, even the small-bodied Homo floresiensis in Indonesia. We were just one branch on a crowded family tree. So here's the unsettling truth. Modern humans are the exception. The real mystery isn't how we evolved. It's why we're the only ones left. When we zoom out, the story becomes even stranger. For nearly 300,000 years, Earth hosted multiple human species at once. Evolution isn't a ladder climbing toward perfection. It's a branching tree, messy and experimental. Homo sapiens were not the final version. We were one variation among many. Fossils show Neanderthals thriving in Europe while Denisovans occupied parts of Asia. On isolated islands, other human relatives adapted in their own ways. And the evidence isn't just buried in stone. It's inside you. Most people today carry Neanderthal DNA. Some Melanesian populations carry Denisovan genes. We didn't simply replace other humans. We overlapped with them. Shared landscapes, shared time, shared blood. But the world they shared was anything but stable. The Ice Age wasn't one long freeze, it was chaos. Temperatures swung dramatically within generations. Forests vanished, grasslands spread. Entire ecosystems collapsed and reformed. Survival demanded flexibility. Neanderthals were immensely strong, built for brutal cold, with stocky frames that conserved heat. They were masters of their environment, but highly specialized for it. Homo sapiens, by contrast, were leaner and behaviorally flexible. Archaeology shows more diverse toolkits, from fine blades to bone needles. We find shells carried hundreds of miles inland, pigments for symbolic art, evidence of long-distance exchange, broader diets, wider networks. In volatile climates, strength alone wasn't enough. Adaptability meant you could pivot when the world shifted. And in unstable environments, the species that bends often outlasts the one perfectly built for yesterday. Yet, adaptability alone doesn't explain everything. The deeper shift may have been social. It's tempting to assume we survived because we were smarter, but raw intelligence wasn't unique to us. Neanderthals had large brains too. The difference may have been scale. Evidence suggests Homo sapiens formed larger, more interconnected networks. Beads crafted from coastal shells appear hundreds of miles inland. Similar symbols repeat across distant regions. Hunting required coordination beyond small family bands. In evolutionary terms, bigger networks mean shared risk and shared knowledge. If one group discovers a new tool or tracking method, the insight spreads instead of dying with them. Innovation compounds. Most people imagine evolution rewards strength, but in our case, connection may have been the real advantage, the quiet superpower that turned scattered groups into something resilient. The story isn't one of simple conquest. It's more intimate than that. When Homo sapiens met Neanderthals and Denisovans, they didn't only compete, they interbred. Today, most people of Eurasian descent carry around 1 to 2% Neanderthal DNA. In parts of Melanesia and Tibet, Denisovan genes persist, including variants that help the body function at high altitudes. These aren't abstract traces. They influence immune systems, skin biology, even how some of us respond to oxygen. So extinction wasn't clean or heroic. It was gradual, messy, personal. Other human species didn't vanish overnight. They were partly absorbed into expanding sapiens populations, which means we are not purely us. We are a mosaic, carrying echoes of humans who no longer exist. And even then, survival wasn't guaranteed. It may have hinged on timing, disease resistance, population density, factors so small they're almost invisible in the archaeological record. A few thousand more individuals in one region, a slightly broader diet during a harsh winter, a wider network when resources thinned. Over thousands of years, tiny advantages compound, others shrink, disappear. If climate patterns had shifted differently, if pathogens had favored another lineage, the outcome could have reversed. We might have been the footnote. Human dominance feels inevitable in hindsight, but it wasn't destiny, it was fragile. Today, there are more than 8 billion of us. Cities glow from space. Our voices travel instantly across oceans. And yet for the first time in millions of years, there is only one human species on Earth. No cousins in neighboring valleys. No parallel lineages adapting beside us. Just Homo sapiens. What does it mean to be alone like this? Not victorious, not chosen, just alone. We like to imagine we're the best version of human, the pinnacle. But history suggests something humbler. We are simply the last surviving branch of a once diverse family. Our success didn't come from being the strongest or the most ruthless. It came from cooperation, adaptability, and connection. From sharing knowledge. From widening circles instead of tightening them. Those same traits still shape our future. The way we collaborate, exchange ideas, respond to crisis together. That is our evolutionary inheritance. We are the only humans left not because extinction was inevitable, but because survival was fragile, and it still is.